Greetings, traveler.
Alright, this is a hunter according to the stats. Okie dokie. Necromechanic, probably over Grandma. Could you do some more elaborating when you do the next draft? It's hard to learn from the worst class leaderboard push though, unless you want to play these classes, because the strategy I employ for drafting these classes is not the same as what I would employ using a rogue or a mage or a druid. Because when you are by default less likely to win, you need to take some riskier strategies. Like I will be much more inclined to try mechs when I'm playing these classes than when I am playing, say, a rogue. I think I need to get the stars aligned for me to go all in on mechs and rogue, and I only need a little bit of incentive to do so in warrior or hunter. I'll take Necromechanic here. The stats are just great, and it has an option to actually do something. Kaboombot is a death rattle for the Necromechanics. Not really great, but we're not really looking at the others, so we'll go ahead and take that. Right, well, Shredder's a good card. Hunter usually doesn't really struggle with threes, and we already have Kaboombot. King Zealot is just not in the discussion here, so yeah, take Shredder. Leash the Beast is pretty amazing right now. So a lot of stuff. It's definitely what you want. I think I'll go Kraken here. I've been skipping over the 9s when they're Shovel Fists. Kraken I'm okay with. Power Shot I would also be more than fine with, but one Kraken I'm fine with for sure. Glaive is great. Freezing Trap's a little worse when you're drafting heavier. It's hard to manipulate the board where they don't have anything small. Glaive does that for you. Amani, your tank. 2 3s are very important when you have Glaive, so I'll take Amani and open up maybe getting a second Glaive and actually getting a little bit of a cheaper hunter. Could go with Argent, but we have Unleashed the Beast already. And you know, these guys we need more of than 6s. So Amani Glaive also a particularly nasty combination. I guess we'll take a 3-mana card here. Oof. We could be good at the game like our opponent. Piloted Reaper with Necromechanic, you just don't have enough 2-drops to make that work. But I think you still want the 4-mana 4-3 rather than a 4-mana 5-2. And it's a mech, so if we get some other mech synergy, I guess. Double Unleash the Beast, however, I'm more than fine with. Yeah. More than fine with. Cybertech Chip is one of the ways you can sort of cheese games as Hunter, where what I'm trying to do with Hunter right now is I've opened up the option for a regular Hunter, right? We have an Amani, we have a Glaive. So we could get regular curve Hunter where we just jam high quality cards. We have a good curve. But I'll probably still pick Cybertech Chip because, well, I mean, first of all, the others are not exactly very appealing right now. And Cybertech Chips gives you the option of outlasting people as Hunter, or not necessarily outlasting them, but not running out of stuff before they run out of health. I think that's the better way of saying it, is as a Hunter, as long as you can keep playing things and pushing the button at the end, they'll have to keep clearing the board, and eventually you get there. But a lot of the time, as a Hunter, you run out of stuff, and then they get the board, and then they hit you in the face, and then they kill you. So Cybertech Chip is a good way to avoid that and have enough stuff until they're dead. Tracking is sort of the default pick, but I think I'm okay with an Abusive with the Cybertech Chip right now. This could actually be Ursatron when you're playing this kind of strategy. You also have Necromechanics, so you could just draw 2. And when you're trying to outlast stuff as a Hunter, the draw on the Ursatron does matter. And we do have sufficient mechs right now to, you know, not guarantee a pull, but almost guarantee a pull. So probably a 2-drop here. Frostwolf is definitely not out of the equation. But I think given that we have the Glaive, I'm still more than happy to open up the 2-3 into Glaive path. Alright, here I'll pick Crusader. I think it's a bit too all-in to say, alright, another Amani, get the second or the third Glaive and just pop off. Dalwan Crusader, quite a bit better than Frostwolf Warlord in most cases, so let's take our first 5. Double Cybertech Chip. Okay. We're playing that kind of deck then. Okay. That'll be fun. So now that we are a double Cybertech Chip, I would say Power Shot becomes way better because we we need to not get rushed down, and then we just don't run out of stuff a lot of the time. The Abusive Sergeant looks pretty good. Like I said, it's a cheap body to add another buff with the Cyber Tech, and it has some use. Okay, let's go with the Power Shot. Probably tracking. You do have 2 Cybertech chips, so Wisp is actually not entirely out of the equation. The Fireworks tech looks interesting as well. I think because I have the Cybertech chip, I'm much more inclined to pick one of the minions here. And I think we might just have enough things to actually make the tech do something. Because it also works on if one of the mechs has, or if one of the minions has the Cybertech Death Rattle. Yeah. I think we, like, normally you never pick this card, but I think with this deck we can actually make it work. But I don't think the Wisp would be crazy bad. Missile Launcher's great, right? We need that ping, it's magnetic, we have the mechs. Quite happy with that. Metal Tooth Leaper. Huh. Is that too much? That might be too much. It's probably just Scarlet, the more I look at it. You really don't have that many early mechs to buff. There's no mech warpers to really pop off. So the Metal Tooth would only come into play after you've pulled mechs from your chip, and then it really doesn't really matter that much, right? Probably just want the Scarlet here. Yeah, I'll just take Scarlet here. Makes more sense. I'm not sure if I want 2 Piloted Reapers. This could be an explosive trap kind of deck. You do have the 2 Unleash the Beasts and the Kraken. So sometimes you do just need to survive a little bit longer and the trap could help. Yeah. I think I prefer the trap here. Okay. All of these are possibilities. I really, really, really like Rapid Fire. But Hag with Cybertech chip is a real contender here. It's also a mech for Missile Launcher. I'd love the Rapid Fire here, but with the 2 chips, it's so nice. It feels like it's still Scribe. It's hard to pass up a Scribe, but man, this War Gear does work in this deck. I'll take Scribe. Yep, fuck it, right? Big Stuff Hunter. Pantry Spider's not entirely out of the question with the chip, but we'll probably just take another 2-3. Although silencing your own minions is going to be awkward. 5-drop Magnetic? I know. And if you would tell me I'd get a high main right after, I'd be much more inclined to pick the War Gear. But, yeah. It's probably still the 2-3. It's just so much better in terms of stats. This could be Rapid Fire. I think with that Scribe and High Main Edition, you just say like, okay, I get it. Premium late game. We have it. It's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 cards that cost 6 or more. But yeah, like Piloted Sky Golem with Necromechanic, Piloted Sky Golem with Fireworks Tech would not be bad. But I should probably just take Rapid Fire. Usually it's an easy Heroic Innkeeper, but Whirl Glider with the Cybertech chip is not entirely out of the question either. We have Abusive for the bomb, we have Glaive for the bomb, we have Missile Launcher for the bomb. We do have High Main and Scribe for the Innkeeper. I think we have enough stuff with the 2 Cybertechs and the 6 drops. I think I actually want the Glider. Wow. Man, that War Gear over Scribe would look really good right now. But it's so hard to predict that you're going to get High Main and another Missile Launcher, right? Rat is very fun with the Cybertech chip. Is it in Hanso? No. Launcher, the thing is, like, the heavier your deck is, like, the better Launcher sort of gets as well. So there is some synergy there. Not a bad Tinkertown, but probably just double Rapid Fire. Big Rapid Fire fan.
Rexa versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
the light's name.
In the light's name. In the light's name, man. What are you doing here?
It's time for a little blood.
Would you say it helped improving your arena skills even more? I mean, I played more, so therefore, yes. It's really hard to answer that question because we need to define what are arena skills, right? Would it increase my chance to do well on the leaderboard in the current meta? Probably not. And you might say, why not? You got better at some off-meta stuff in case you have to pick an off-meta class. Sure, but I could have gotten a lot better with the things that were meta, and we would have played more meta during a leaderboard push. So I would say it definitely didn't make me a better player in this meta. All round, I would say, yeah. For sure. But you don't need to be an all-round great player. You need to be good at like 5 classes, and that's more than enough to be a great leaderboard player. I believe the launcher of Enhanso was a misstep. Enhanso is awesome with this kind of deck. Please explain. Enhanso looks terrible in this deck. But maybe we have different evaluations. Abusive with Rapid Fire can clear more stuff, but we can drop a Shredder. So let's drop a Shredder. We got this slower deck with lots of Cyber Tech value, the slower 6 drops. Why do we want the card that sort of push? Also, that is a Raider into a Shredder. Why do we want a card that does sort of the polar opposite of what we need? Yeah, and Hanso actually feels terrible the more I look at it. Alright. Because it feels you're going to have a full board more often than not. Well, if that is the case, great. That means we win anyway because we have lots of late game. Right? So what you need to be ready for is the games where you don't just randomly get a full board. Because the situation you're describing safe steps. Look at it this way, right? If you're saying, oh, you're going to have a full board all the time, I'm like, okay, so I have a deck with Kraken, 2 Unleash the Beasts, High Main, 2 missile launchers, Scribe, and 2 Cybertech chips. If I'm winning the board all the time, I guess I win anyway because I'm not running out of stuff. So I'd say there is very little value in adding more payouts to a full board. Whereas, let's say we don't have a full board and our opponent is pressuring us when we have an aggressive, like more of a greedy kind of deck. But Shady mech, well, they're both mechs. Not that that's like a super big argument.
I can see.
Versus Lunara!
The forest fights back.
Let the hunt begin.
He dropped a Raider versus a Shredder? Yeah. Well, I'm probably the one guy that doesn't really believe too much in like, oh, just because you're like, Bloodlust to me is not a win more card, same as Enhanso, but in certain decks it is. That makes sense. So I think you're just trying to, I think you just had good experiences with Enhanso, and you're not looking at the deck we're running. Because Enhanso, to me, is a card that is good in an aggressive deck where you spread, and you need that little extra something to close out the game. To me, it's not a card that's great in a slower deck where all you need to do is survive. So it's so important what kind of a context you're putting things against. The Abusive is nice here, but we don't have anything to go with it, so just drop the Crusader. Did we just bully a Druid? We sort of did, yeah. Why did you 3-2 instead of 2-3? Because our guy had 3 health. I think he just wanted to challenge it. Most people don't really play too much around the piggy and such. This Abusive and Evolve and Cybertech is actually not bad. What else can we do? We can play the Violet, but then he just killed. I kind of like this spread here.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Join or die.
That was wild.
Blood and plunder.
Blood and Plunder. There we go. How many times do you work out per week? It's so different based on kind of the position I'm in or whatever. Right now, I pretty much work out every day, but it's like they're smaller workouts. They're not. Yeah, it's just to get some exercise in every day.
Suffer my wrath!
That's pretty good. I don't think we need the value of... I guess it would have curved out into swim. I think we're still pretty happy with this. No, we'll do it later. We got another chip and stuff. I think because you have the skater bot, it's probably legit to check first. You don't like this? Silly fighting for the board instead of getting ultimate card advantage. Ha. A Noyo module. I think we just need to run him out of stuff, guys. I think we have enough stuff, even with not going all in on Necro.
Shush!
Shall we put a kink in their plans?
No, not my hero power. Alright. Instinctively, it's Scribe, ping the 2-1. Let him trade if he wants to. Just run him out of stuff slowly.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
Like, yeah, right now my workout would just consist of some warm-up with stationary bike, home trainer. Do that for, I don't know, anywhere between 15 minutes or 30 minutes, how well I'm feeling. And then it's a rotation of pull-ups, push-ups, squats, no, not squats right now. We're doing lunges, and handstands or handstand holds. It's pretty fun. It's hadn't done handstands in a long time. Home workout? Yeah, yeah, very much home workout.
Moves quickly.
It's time for a little blood.
It only works on the single-minded.
Put it on.
I see you are a streamer yourself, Valia. It is an art. Set yourself up where you never have to take responsibility. Why not Mojo, Cleave, and Ping? Glaive. Because a Scribe is good. Sometimes it's as easy as if you can get a Scribe out, you play a Scribe.
Let's see. Time goes short.
Alright, empower, incarnate. Nope.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all.
Rexa versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
Let the hunt begin.
You'd love to have the chip on hand. Oh yeah, you'd. Yeah, if you're gonna play like that with this deck, you will die very often. So when you play a deck like this, the mindset is that if I do not die, I will outvalue them anyway. Won't always work, but it'll work very often. So that's your goal.
The our neck of the woods.
Not dying is good enough.
I just want some peace and quiet.
Who does he play, ACP?
He's dying for a little blood.
Gosh. He plays Vayne. I've just recently started to rewatch it again.
Who you want me kill?
Squirrel time. Sure. You got it. Some custom modifications. All right, let's get some cards. All right. More parts. Ooh, more parts. It worked. He's like, that necro mechanic thing should probably die, huh? So this is gonna get us 3 mechs. Do we still have mechs left? Yeah. Do we? No, this is not mech. We're actually through all our mechs. Pepe hands, man. Pepe hands.
What a tragedy. Better write this down.
It's not great into a 5-3. I think Rat and Shredder is also fine. But I think I'm okay with it, seeing as if he does make that trade, you still get your 4/1/1s. And you do have another 6 mana card in your hands. Oh, it's fine, right? Scribe just gets so much out of the opponents. More than okay. Bring me steel. If only you could buff yourself, Master Swordsmith. If only.
Unleash the beast.
He's like, come on, Doomsayer. Never lucky. Double missile launcher, no max. Well, we got the 5-3, right? Well, we don't have the 5-3. No! How dare you? Yay!
It's time.
Die, landlubber.
Rover and missile launcher super fun as well.
What to do?
The one I used, they stopped supporting, and HS Sweep, the tracker one doesn't work for me, Luna. The extension. Well, well, well. Pretty happy just cracking that. I think it's funny when people play against this deck and are like, oh my god, how much stuff does it have? It's a dream. Well, he needs to allow for it, right? It's not gonna be up to me, it's gonna be up to him if he wants to have fun or not.
Defensive systems online.
Scroojink! Scroojink.
Never skip day.
Pepe hands.
For the crusade!
Dropping speed.
Can you imagine trying to win instead of letting your opponent use Mimron's head? Pff.
Funnel cakes. Get your funnel cakes here.
Because he can hear it, like, he has the 1-1 and the hero power to kill the 2-5. So I still can't get Mimron's head to do something here. So he might have to launcher instead. Launcher's just better, because you can still challenge the Mimrons. Rapid fire though, it still doesn't work. Because you have to rapid fire once here. You'd have to rapid fire twice here and leave him with the 3-5, but I don't think that's better.
Quickly.
That's such a beautiful turn.
I concede.
He's like, what the hell? Sorry, boys.
Rexar versus Valera.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
Control Hunter? Yeah. It's very specific though, you do need the Cybertech chips for it. Well, not necessarily, but it greatly enhances the effect of the "hey, I'm not gonna run out of steam" statement. Old Shady would have played. Old Shady would have never even considered playing Mimir on there. I was actually looking at, can we get away with it or not?
This only works on a single unit.
Deadly poison. Yep. That's a nice draw. Next turn, however, I could go Catrick, Kaboombot into a 6. 9 lives is definitely pickable in our deck. But I think that this is the whole Enhanso Mechano sort of talk, right? Not dying is more important because we have enough stuff. We don't need more stuff.
Trogzor. Trogzor.
I know, guys. It's cute, right? For sure. But not dying is also pretty good. You should try it once. 10 out of 10. No dying. Why not deadly? Because it costs 3 mana instead of 2. And with the hand, 2 mana works a lot better.
I will hold him off.
I can hold him off.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
Double time and double pay.
Double time and double pay. I guess I'm just gonna go with a power shot clear, put the shredder down. But it is nice to fireworks tech the shredder.
Put it on paper.
Hello.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I guess we should take the fireworks tech.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Your mind from its bonds.
I kind of want to trade the 1/1s and just put a 5/5 down. You could also miss a launcher here, but it makes such little sense. Fireworks tech is like an actual card in this deck. It's funny. So used to that card being bad. But... Ooh. Probably just magnetize and sham face. It's just better. He's gonna be too low, not too. One more mana for Q play? Yeah. But this is good enough. Because if he heals... he could give us 4 extra power. Alright. But I guess I'm gonna take one moment just because the chip value is so fun here.
It's time for a little blood.
He actually had the heal bot, but that's okay. There's 4 extra max right now. That's pretty silly, right? Because his hope is to run us out of steam while simultaneously have to kill the board, while maybe get some healing. Alright, bro.
I get
Classic. It's the same as like when a vanish works. That's really annoying to face.
watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
Let the hunt begin. Alrighty. Could talk about a rapid fire, but I think it's more important to find a 3. What is?
It's time for a little blood.
Sab behind on the vanish call. Kaboombot face, ping our own guy, trade librarian. I think I prefer the Kaboombot.
Who you want me killed?
Boop.
I want you, and you, and you.
Go for it. That's the shredder. Lots of things, right? 2-drop, 3-drop, double rapid fire, 3-drop, shredder pass.
I wonder.
I think he takes a trade into the shredder, although it's nice to potentially have him not trade because then you could power shot or magnetize. Double rapid fire violet is what gives us the best board, but it also gives up tons of flexibility. Rapid fire in conjunction with Lissa Launcher is a very, very annoying combo. If you want to be real, like, you know, like you could rapid fire this thing, but then he always trades, right? Because he knows something's up. Because you could do that, right? Put it as 3-1, prepare for the magnetic, but then he always trades, so. That could force out a Fan of Knives here. Not a bad hit at all. Just gonna take his heal bot here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I just want some
This only works on a super
Yeah, most people here are gonna be hoarders. Because we play Arena, we don't actually buy packs, a lot of us. This hand is so incredibly reactive. It's so unlikely as well, right? There's 2 Unleash the Beasts, Highmane, Scribe, Crusader, any of the 4-drops. Like, there's so many cards we could hit. But we just hit all our reactive stuff.
I wonder.
Poison dude. Cold blood. Me too. It's gonna be a rougher game here. Hey, that's a good card to see. Yeah, Heist was purely for the experience you'd pay for it. Otherwise, it would be inefficient. Yeah, Arena usually just has its meta classes that you can pick. Right.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
For a little guy, I pack a big punch. So now we could do that launcher rapid fire combo. Works out alright here. Could have a Kraken here. Could also power shot it, but it's a good time to get it out. They're both still twin spelled. That's a good turn. This is a turn where we got lots of face damage in. It's looking way better all of a sudden. Where's the zebra? It's in there somewhere. There we go. Zebra for good luck. Got a 5/5 rusher. Another one? Okay. At least he has to take 4.
I wonder.
That happens. Monka, Nobody said anything about Cho when I'm playing Spell Hunter. I think we're still doing okay just because we have all this reach. But I think I actually might unleash the 1/1, just let him have the Cho.
Quickly.
Because we're trying, positioning's bad, but then he gives me a betrayal. The goal is to make him take 2 damage from the 2/1 here, because you have 3, 5, essentially 7 damage next turn with all the spells and the hero power. So if the 2/1 connects, that's 9. That means we're 1 turn off from killing him. Well, at least if we play the explosive, he has no idea what we have. It's 2 damage right there. I think you power shot and lackey his face. Put the bomb in the middle so he has to take 2. You'll never win. Pew 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 pew. How did he play the Rush Beast? He copied the minion with a contract earlier. So he still had the spell in hand.
Versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Not sure about this abusive. I think we try to get good 4-drop or something. Yeah, killing them with rapid fires is so funny. It's like,
Excuse me, you are on fire.
pew 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 pew. Excuse me, you are on fire.
It's time for a little blood.
I would just like to note that you're on fire, sir. Carry on. Depending on how much lives, it might be Cybertech chip next turn. Like if he just goes like Shredder face, then I'm okay with it for sure. If he kills 2 of them, then might just be Reaper. Do I make coffee, feel more awake, but sweat more? Or do I drink a cool beer, be refreshed, take a nap after? Have the coffee, and then have some ice cold water after. Be smart.
What to do? What to do?
Or have the coffee and the beer and have them cancel each other out. So you're right back where you started. But at least you have the coffee and the beer. Iced coffee. Ooh, that's the next level play.
Time runs out on
That is the next level play. Iced coffee.
what to do.
This feels like he's pinging, right? And he's trying to find something to do. Sliss has come online. Did not get the face hit in. It's really not bad to go rat Cybertech. I think you rat regardless, see what you get. We don't really want to rush. Could go rapid fire. But I think you take it. 2 mana for 3 mechs here. We'll probably just have to settle for that. Demolisher. How long will it take for home workouts to achieve such biceps muscles as Rexer has? I find that home workouts are actually not so good for hypertrophy if that's your goal. I find that the big muscles is pretty standard. Lift heavy things frequently. I find the home workouts, for me, they're usually a bit better for more functional. You can do functional work in the gym, of course, right? But for me, the gym usually is just lift heavy ass stuff. And home workouts for me are usually a bit more functional movements. Couple things we could do here. We could settle for abusive to trigger it, rapid fire the abusive, put the demolisher down, or we could just play servant free kill demolisher, let him ping it.
I moves quickly.
Let's do it. I always love it when people like put this word between the air quotes, or well, not air quotes, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? To me, and you might not have this intention, but to me it feels like the supreme air, like this air of superiority, like pff, look at him, look at what he says. It's, yeah, I don't know. I think it almost never goes over well when people write that.
Protocol 7 engaged.
Effigy is a card? Is that the first effigy I've run into all expansion? Maybe.
Your magic shall not save you.
Rude. Very rude. Alright, we have to work for this game all of a sudden. We'll get there though, we'll get there. Way too much to think into it? Well, I gave you my personal interpretation of it, Artois. I don't think I'm alone in that. Yeah, it just feels a little weird to get the 4 health body in here. I was just thinking if we do something else. Because I don't think it's sarcasm, really. In this particular case, at least. Definitely doesn't feel like sarcasm. I think in this case, my point is made quite well. I think you could have other applications, right? But here I feel like it's spot on for me, right? The interpretation. I said something and someone else replies in a matter of, pff, look at this guy using words, he doesn't know what they mean.
I wonder.
My calculations are flawless. Take this time to consider your past deeds.
So we have at least one good play here, right? We want to use the fireworks tech on the piloted, I think, to pull the frame bot. If it pulls the lackey, it's annoying. But it's still better than not doing it, I think.
Ooh, I wonder what this does. Double
That was a 1 and 2 for pretty good results. And it still trades our rush lackey into a random mech, which is not the end of the world.
This might hurt.
Anyone has mechs? And Duke. One for the road. Bam. So we got the Unleash the Beast and the Rapid Fire. We could Mech Warper. I think it's still okay to get Mech Warper out, even though he'll probably target it.
I comply. Powering up. Portal online.
Played a dummy here to protect versus Shovel Fist. Technically, we're supposed to gain a mana off this dummy, right? And then we play the frame bot as well.
I've got a huge
Back from the junkie. Power Shot, Missile Launcher, Sensei is not bad. Missile Launcher, Rapid Fire would be 6 mana, leaves us with 4 mana left. That would allow us to squeeze out the frame bot or this guy. We could Magnetic onto the Sensei, losing out on 4 damage. Then it will buff the Mech Warper.
quickly. I wonder.
Could actually Magnetic onto the dummy, is that? No. We'll stick with the normal play.
Come close.
We'll go with the normal play. This pushes damage versus MH, which is nice. It gets the buff out, forces the ping on the Sensei. Probably allows your Mech Warper to stay alive so you can dump your hand next turn with a ping. Why not on Sensei? Because you heal his face for 4 when that happens. Also, health on the launcher is not bad, so 7 health versus 6 is also a little consideration. But mainly because essentially what you're doing is you're giving your opponent 2 extra turns, right? 4 damage to the face, that's 2 hero powers. So at the very end of the game, if the game lasts until the point where we have to ping him down, you've given him 2 additional turns by missing 4 here. That's a big deal, right? Giving them 2 extra turns to kill you. Because as a hunter, That's usually what the game devolves into. And if the game does not devolve into that, then you're probably winning anyway. Uh-oh. Sensei lives, but not really. He's taking, I'd say, up to 6 damage this turn, though. That's really not bad.
I wonder.
Play Sensei first so his ability triggers before launcher if he doesn't kill it. I think now we just turn into regular hunter where we go for his face. And this is pretty much what we talked about, where we use the Cybertech chips to not run out of cards, to keep playing cards long enough until they're dead. Not necessarily to outvalue them, but just to have enough stuff until we get to ping him to death. Because he needs to keep answering our board over and over and over. And he's already emptied a Batterhead, right? That's kind of a big deal. Like, an entire Batterhead was used and we're still fine, we still have stuff. The North Sea Kraken. That's pretty good to just hold the board, I guess. We don't have to go full smork here. If you have a 9 damage minion on the board, everything's a lot easier. Can't use the rapid fire here, unfortunately, because of untargetable. So even though we were really on the aggressive train, now that the Kraken showed up, we can take a turn to play for board and maybe just win the game next turn because Kraken lived and connects phase. So you want to be flexible in your approach. It was pretty likely we were just going to hero power every turn. But with the Kraken pull, we can just say, do I win this turn or not? Looks like he's digging deep here, trying to find something to do with the Kraken. Even if he finds a Lance here, you got 6 damage on board, so that's chunking 8. He goes to 5. Got the rapid fire, so that's essentially 2 turns. Sure. I guess he should have pinged first, but not on my watch. Alright, so this definitely feels like a turn where you hero power. Put him to 3, you got the rapid fire. I guess I was just unleash. Clear something. Shouldn't matter much. It's called a Lance. Hello. That's a great movie. That is a great movie, next, for sure. I've watched that many times. We're still playing. Maybe I should have shown him the rapid fire. I'm assuming he's got a freeze or something, right? Cone? He's like, right. Can't cone the untargetable guy. Fast hunter deck you got there, Mr. Streamer. Hey, it's what we have to do, okay? Don't bully the hunter decks. They do what they can. He's trying. I should have shown him the rapid fire. That's really my bad. This poor man. Oh no, he knows. He knows. He knows.
Rexa versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
I just missed 1 damage. Feels okay, man. Ooh.
For the crusade!
Run! I will hold them off.
Some custom modifications!
This curve is pretty insane, though.
So many viewers.
So many views.
It's not just the video game.
This gives him 2 pings, right? And he's just used Shooting Star, so hopefully it's annoying enough we can just jam a high main, no problem.
A
Good.
little healing goes a long way.
Wanted, dead or alive. Excuse me, you are on fire.
As long as you have the hag in hand, the chip's always going to be at least decent, so it's probably better to push for board right now. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to Moonfire to bubble off because of the death rattle, but I guess it makes him trade a bit more. Not sure. Whew, not really feeling well all of a sudden, guys. It's crazy. I just need to start eating properly again. We'll be fine. Like, I lost 3 kilograms the last month or so by not eating enough. Ooh. Talked about it yesterday on the PoE stream. when some people let themselves go, right? They get a little fatter because they eat whatever. I usually lose weight because I stop eating, so.
I wonder.
Get some good food today.
Out on me.
Alright.
You can be whatever you
Time for a
What a tragedy! Better
Yeah, but when I eat the shit food, I don't feel good, so I tend to not eat at all then.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Need to get a Ziliax, right?
Precious!
Guess we're gonna play Mech Bear Cats. I'm assuming we're dead here.
All charged up!
Who you want?
Fireball GG. Hey. Not fireball. Well, yeah, but when people say burgers, they don't mean just the burger, right? They get the bun and all the sauce and the blah, da da do da dee da do. Because I agree, right? Like I'm not anti-meat or anything.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, get some fries with the burger and all that. It's all the things that is on top of the actual burger.
Rexa versus Valir.
Watch your back.
Let the hunt begin.
Feeling faint, low blood sugar. Probably. I don't know how it works with keto. You just have ketone levels, right? Don't think, but I'm not really sure how that interacts with blood sugar, whether it's just not that relevant anymore or how it changes. That mulligan? Yeah. Funny mulligan, right? How to get knocked off the board.
Didn't sign up for this.
You can be whatever you want.
You can be whatever you want. Yeah, it's just not, like I said, it's just not eating enough. That's the main thing. Because it requires work to like make the food and then eat the food. So if I let myself go a lot of the time, it's like, I'll just not eat. But, you know, I'm working on it right now. We're getting better, so. But then again, yesterday I did forget to eat, so I only had breakfast. That's probably why today is not that great. But we'll do better. Gonna eat stuff after I get off today. I guess I cybertech the 3 things. You could also go for the 4-3, but I think the 3 mechs might help us out more. We might be getting something off these guys as well. Meal prep is key for keto. Yeah. But meal prep also takes time, right? It's fine. Sometimes I really just... Not most of the time. Most of the time I'm pretty on top of everything. But, you know, we all have those periods of time where we're not really on top of everything. Is Cybertech actually consistently good? I mean, in its bucket, it's a really easy pickup. So it's not hard to pick it. And if you draft your deck a little bit to accommodate it, it's not bad.
Calm down, I'm a doctor.
Thank you for the sub, Vitals Kappa.
I wonder.
Welcome, welcome. Could very well be another Unleash. But I think we're fine just getting a 6-mana card out of the hand in a heavy deck. It's fine. There's lots of 6-mana cards in this deck, so using a 6-mana card is probably not a bad idea. Hold Omega, lol. Of course. Playing Omega before turn 10, dance game.
Speak to me.
That a combo?
My shield for Argus.
Kind of a combo. Necro Steel Rager, not bad. Got a 3-6 up against the 2-3. So many cards because of the Cybertech play. gonna have 6 cards though with this. But still.
Custom modifications.
We could also go for the Piloted Reaper here. That's probably fine actually. Give him 1 extra card. We don't have bad Reaper pulls right now. I'd rather have the Steel Rager for a more threatening target. Got the Power Shot to finish off the Acolyte if it's on 1. Got the Missile Launcher as well. That means we're not pushing face though, because it does have Taunt.
Time for an experiment.
Yep. Power Shot, Missile Launcher, as it stands, is really not bad right now. See what he plays, where he plays it. Oh. Didn't expect that.
Choose soon.
Sure thing. Ursatron Missile Launcher would make a 7 damage Missile Launcher. Out of Kraken range. No, that's not true. The 3 would be enough with Kraken.
I wonder.
I still think I'd rather fuse it than not fuse it. I got Kraken to go back into the Dig Day. Hear the thunder. Magnetic is actually quite good in Arena right now, Chris. Just because we have both Boomsday and Goblins versus Gnomes, so there's plenty of mix around. So most Magnetic cards are quite nice.
This only works on a simple mind.
Ah, I was looking forward to him taking 7. It's an excellent Kraken. And this is a cool thing, right? This guy's like, why is this Hunter not running out of cards? What the hell? God, I'm almost inclined to shoot the Illusionist because he's gonna away with not taking 9 here. We could also just Devastator to 4/4. It's fine. Just let him throw everything into Kraken if he wants to. We should win this long game, this back and forth, so we'll play that game. It's more effective than Keto. Effective in what manner? What would be our criteria for success for it to be effective? Yeah, that's a really good Illusionist, so. Start clicking the button? It's not quite the game where the button's that important. It might be later, but for now the button's quite unimportant.
Got something to hide?
Power Shot Missile Launcher clears, but we're not really in a hurry. Could once again use the Devastator, but it's not quite necessary. Right now, my best play is the Power Shot Missile Launcher, but could Unleash the Beast with something. Maybe Unleash the Beast Amani Hero Power. It's actually not the worst, because I kind of want to keep this, right?
It's time for a little blood.
Do it this way. So one of the advantages for me is that I have a lot of heartburn because my stomach doesn't close off properly. So foods that require a lot of stomach acid to digest give me a lot of trouble. And I found that on keto it's way better, and especially if I mainly stick to eating meat. Feels like meat is very light on the digestion, so that's drops. That's one of the advantages for me. That's a nice Devastator. It's not a bad Steel Rager. Power Shot Steel Rager with another 3-drop is actually really clean on the mana as well, right? Devastator is also clean. If you Devastator, you have 6 mana left. You could play 2 3-drops and trades. It's not bad. I think it's a good time to get the Rager out. It also allows us to Power Shot something on 2 health. Usually when I try keep pushing the button approach, I lose. Well, you gotta know when you're going to get there and when you're not, right? That's experience, right? You also need to have the right kind of decks there.
You're in trouble now.
Isn't handstand bad then? Well, not really. I don't seem to have any issues with that. Which is funny. You'd think that, right? But I haven't really had any issues with that. But it would, yeah, it would make sense for it to not be good. I've actually never thought about that. This guy got completely dismantled.
Or die.
Crazy, right? Because his deck was, yeah. His deck was actually really good at beating traditional Hunter. Giggling, Hogger, 2 Refreshment Vendors, Argus, Triple Fan, Backstab, SI. But unfortunately for him, we are not a traditional Hunter, and we can take our time. This missile launcher feels really good, but is it? Because you'd trade into the Annoyatrons anyway. Maybe it's best that we get a good Cybertech out. If we Cybertech, we have 8 mana left. Probably just play both the 3-drops. Kill an Annoyatron, call it a day or something. It's just over once we Cybertech again.
This only works.
It's just nothing he can do. That's 5 additional mechs. We're up on the board, we're up in value, we're up in health. It's just overwhelming.
Rexa versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
I've been really liking Fireworks tech, but I don't think she's a keep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Alessio. Honestly, that sounds like a really good deck, but look at the surrounding curve. Right? How many 6 drops, 5 drops, 4 drops, 3 drops, 2 drops did you have? Like, did that look like it was good? Or was it just a bunch of value thrown together with no curve? This game might be a problem. The not getting wrecked part might be more difficult this game. Hunter in Arena? Well, first of all, let's not use gay as an insult, right? I think we're past that point. I'm not like someone who's super sensitive to that. I think most people don't really mean too bad by it, but I think we're past that. Oh, so good at this game. I guess the Murloc's more dangerous these days. And secondly, Hunter is like the 2nd worst class right now according to the win rates. And I think Warrior's better than Hunter, so I feel like you are completely ignorant when it comes to the arena. That was a really good Lackey, yeah. That's a lifesaver there. Is it a roll to get the 2 damage, dude? It's a new card to you. So there's 5 different lackeys. The one that deals 2 damage that you just saw. The one that gives rush and 1 extra damage to a minion. One that evolves your minion. One that lets you discover a spell. And one that summons a random 2-drop. Isn't Hunter always worse in overall win rates compared to you playing it? Well, yeah, we always try to find a way to make it work. This time it came sort of out of unexpected corner with Collins saying, "No, Shady, why don't you try Control Hunter? And I'm like, oh no, Control? And I'm like, god damn it, it's working. Right, so I think, yeah, overall, most of the classes I play do better. Well, not most of the classes, but most of the bad classes, we find a way to make them work. But that doesn't mean that they're still stronger than when we try hard on the traditionally more powerful classes here, like a rogue. Goyo, thank you for the 2 million years. Welcome back. Much appreciated, man. Hope you're well. I think I'm going to spread here, but the Mekaru makes the Crusader very awkward. But spread still feels better to me here. 4 parts. You know, I actually checked TK's account age because I was like, oh, is it this again? But then I saw it was like from 2015 and I was like, oh wow, it's an actual person. Holy shit. Yeah, trading with Hunter, in this particular deck you trade quite a bit, but in general you don't want to trade too much with Hunter. So he's got 2 mage minions and then 4 cards he drafted. I think it's fair to keep everything alive because we have Cyber Check. We could go for 5-drop Cyber Tech next round. If he kills both, very likely not. 2 mana draw to Mex is not terrible, but you can usually do better. Feeling a little better, by the way, guys. Just kind of like breathed through it. Is this starting cards in hand? Well, these were not kept. These were drawn into. You can see the red M indicates that it was mulliganed into. If they do not have the red M, it means that he kept them. So these cards were in his opening hand, but they were not kept. Randomly got drawn into them. Cybertech looks good now. This is also nice because you have the Divine Shield into the portal turn, making it very unlikely he wants to use Fireland's Portal. It's always good, right? Portal's a powerful card. If you can make Portal a bad play on curve, that's good. That seems really weird against the Hunter at 7 wins though, right? It's possible. Not gonna say it's not, I wasn't paying attention. It just sounds unlikely.
What to do? What to do?
My calculations are flawless.
Her.
Amazing.
Pum 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 pum. Dun, 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 dun. I guess we send the mecha in and go from there. Alright. So this could get Conjured's Calling. That alone is enough of a threat to just take it out. That's a very, very easy calling win if we allow this to live.
It's time for a little.
Yeah, no Caligos in hand. That is good. That is true. He has discovered 2 mage minions. Caligos would be an activator for Chilma. That doesn't mean he can't have other bombs. Tony, Ronan come to mind.
I wonder.
I'm not feeling too good about the game right now. He can definitely tango when it comes in terms of value here. We might need a second Cybertech chip. Maybe even a Fireworks tech to proc our Dalaran Crusader. Kraken, High Main, Scribe.
What a tragedy!
Hey, not you. Got the launcher, which is nice. Once again, allowing our opponent to have Conjure's Calling target on board. It's not so good. So we probably want to miss a launcher. If we miss a launcher, we probably want to give it extra health so it can't get sniped by a Kraken. That's a cool card against our opponent. That could be better. And then we can magnetic onto the 8/8 if he doesn't dig day it. And if he does use dig day, that means I'll have a 5/2. And I could missile launcher. That would mean he can ping off the 5/2, the 5/1. Still, I feel like actually the clockwork and the power shot feels better. But the 8/8 on board is nice. Maybe I Glowtron it immediately so it can't even get dig dayed. Ooh. I like it actually, yeah.
Converting stored energy.
You get a 9/11 and a 5/2 here. He could Kraken the 5/2, but then you could just, you know, go even deeper, right? And like missile launcher 9/11 schmack. That would be 13 plus 1, that's 14 plus 2, that's 16 damage. He's down to 10 health with an explosive trap in hand. 5 mana 8/8. Fel Reaver, no mills. How are the leaderboards EU this year? Is 8.4 enough? Oh, I'm really bad with those things. I don't care enough about the leaderboards as I should probably as an arena streamer. Even though I'm doing a leader push right now, I don't actually know how much I need. So chat will be a better indicator. I know there's definitely some leaderboard players in chat right now. I usually just be like, oh, I'm on it or I'm not on it, right? I'm assuming 8.4 will be enough. That would be the assumption, but I don't want to get your hopes up if it's not. Oof! Everything's connecting here. Alright, so because everything lived, we can magnetic for 18, hero power 20. I could even Dalaran the 5/2 afterwards, but I'm not sure.
I wonder.
I think if you jam this face, you probably just don't lose. I think I will silence this because it's getting into ping range anyway. You could use the trap to sort of confuse him, but the trap won't put him in ping range anyway.
I just want some peace and quiet.
It's a lot of damage chunk there. Oh, the trap would actually work because we have the launcher in hand. It would be enough. But something tells me he's not going to hit my face here.
What to do? The future is ours.
Behold the tools of creation.
Behold the tools of creation.
You win this one. Trap would mind game. It's not going to make him not attack if he has enough to kill the 13-14. So mind games need to make sense, right? If your opponent can choose, well, I can either be dead by not attacking, or
Rexa versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
it's a paladin, so it's probably not good enough a curve, but we take it for sure. Doesn't get much better than this for our deck.
Job's done.
Tier list is every class Shady isn't playing. Yeah, usually hsreplay.net will give you a good idea of what's strong right now.
For a little blood.
But make sure you check the arena box, right? The TFT ranked system sucks. What's wrong with it?
Who you want me kidding?
If I play Kaboombot here, I'm always going to have a chance to hit the Mekaru. But I have Necro Mechanic coming out, so it should still be better. Usually complaining about ranked systems is not a good strategy, right, Ransu? Because it's usually going to have that awkward realization at the end where you're like, maybe it's me. If I pre-hit the 1-1 and I play Necro Mechanic, he hits it with the 1-1, it hits the Golem, and nothing happens afterwards. If I Necromechanic and hit the Golem, and I hit the 1/1, it's the same shit, right? So I guess we hit the 1/1. I don't know. Let's talk about it again. Necromechanic, hit the Golem. Hit here, hit here. He's essentially up for the 2/1. Because I'm guaranteed to hit here and here. 2/1 and a 1/1 versus my 3/6. And if I Necromechanic hit the 2/1, he hits, he's left for the 2/1. It's actually better that way. It's better that way. You play one game and then you're put in a rank like Iron or Bronze instead of playing 10 games. I mean, it's okay to kind of work your way up to the dregs, right? It's not, I don't know. That's honestly one of the things I don't really hate when I'm ranking. But I'm a Smurfaholic, right? I had at least 6 auto-chess accounts. I think 2 of them were Queen. One of them was close to Queen, and then the rest was like Rooks. So I obviously enjoy the process.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
The Frost will stand ready. Coffee before beer, you're in the clear. I guess this is a Cybertech one. It's not great, but the 2 mechs could help out. We've got decent value right now, we shouldn't get too greedy.
For the crusade!
More parts.
Burning stored energy. Reporting for duty.
That is one mighty awkward board. As of right now, my best option seems to trade bubbles and put high main down. It's not great. Oh, we have the combo. Whew, this is so much health. This is so much health it gives you. It's 3 mechs? Oh, because I'm trading the... No. Oh, it did pop twice. It uses its own death rattle. You're right. You're right. Did get 2 mechs. Okay, 3 mechs, then I'm definitely happy with it. You are totally right. Yeah, we have too many 6-mana cards here to not play a 6-mana card. And then high main's the only one that makes sense.
Join or die.
You could try to get away with like Violet and Rat and get a good Lackey and get the 2 damage Lackey or the Rush one and have something good. But if you don't get one of those 2 Lackeys, it's going to be awkward. Ooh. Smork, smork, smork. Smork, smork, smork. He's hitting face. Hitting my face. We're going to have lots of health gain with our combo. Because we have the health gain, I'm honestly inclined to play it slow and kill the 1/3. Put the Cable Rat and the Crusader down. I think it's okay, actually. Now that we've got the rush, we can rush the Spider Bomb. That's disgusting. We'll do that instead. Disgusting, I will say. That saved us like 11 health.
Follow the rules.
Right. Yeah, Spider Bomb was not designed to be rushed. Oh man, if he doesn't have the taunt here. If he doesn't have the taunts, or he doesn't use the Aldor, this is insanely good. But it's still insanely good. I think we just do our combo. He's got scrolls, so we want to play Missile Launcher. If we play Missile Launcher, we play this. Yeah, baby! This This is so awesome. You have so many crazy missile launcher interactions. Ah, look at that, baby. Woo! 9 armor. I think we dealt damage to us first, right? So technically 8 health, but still more than enough.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, this is not fair. Alright, there's nothing cute I'm missing, right? Just trade, crack, and let the poor man scoop. Let's get some more health. Whee! Oh man. No, my boy. 6 extra armor first. But still, my boy, my beautiful boy. All right. Play cards. Push 11 face. Seems good.
This only works on the surface.
I think we can win the race now. Look how they massacred our boy. Reno? Not yet. He's been sitting on that giggle for a while. It's really not that good of a power shot. The damage on the tank is pretty much negligible. And you can't kill the other Inoyo anyway.
What a tragedy. Better
Look
write this
behind
down.
you.
For Dalaran!
Oh, the punish. The infamous punish for not deleting both shields.
Reporting for duty.
It's always awkward. Ah! Ah! Oof.
The victory.
Yeah. Yeah. Vicious Scrap Hound with Missile Launcher. I think that's the name. I don't actually know the name that well. It's not a card I play all the time. Chow pow pow. Hello, hello, hello. Play the Raven. No, play the Raven. Oh. I was gonna power shot. Glibzuka just feels better.
I hunt alone.
Yeah, Chugga Chugga Missile Launcher, Venomizer Missile Launcher, Scrap Hound Missile Launcher. There's quite some things you can do. I think you actually just trade the Ogre, go from there. Could hit the Shredder. Could also not hit the Shredder. Offer him the trade here. I feel like the power shot, because we have a 2-drop in our hand, is easier for next turn. There's a couple of 4-drops you could draw. 2, right? Yeah. Not unreasonable. Definitely not unreasonable. I think I will use Explosive Trap here. Here, the Mind Game is totally legit. And it also provides 2 damage on the minion, so I can use my face and the 2/3 to finish it off. This is not the deck where you need to start hero powering early to push damage. This is not the first Hunter I've played this expansion, no. So I guess technically no. Or I don't understand your question.
Truth is my shield.
I think we knocked the bubble off, but it's gonna get real dangerous real fast. If he goes face, this will be on 2 health and the power shots finishes it off, but we're gonna be in trouble. Actually, why am I knocking the bubble off? Because otherwise he kills my high man for free. Reasonable point. Okay. No, just checking if I'm not going crazy. I'm like, he just goes face, and then no, he kills my high man for free. Okay, that's fine. Not taking F5 is good. Did you retire previous Hunter decks before you got this one, or did you play whatever you get? I play what I get. I rarely retire decks. It happens, but it's definitely the exception. Also, this is a leaderboard push. If you would like to see the previous decks on this leaderboard push, you can use exclamation mark stats. It shows you all the classes, their results.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
You can't remember any retires on this channel. Twitch rivals, yes. Yes. We are dying, but that is normal with this deck. A very slow deck. I think we go for the Cybertech chip here and hope that we get lucky. Whoa, look goodbye. The combo, the combo, the combo. The combo has arrived. We're probably still going to die, but we can die in style. So for anyone who doesn't know this interaction, first you play the Venomizer, or I guess first you play Missile Launcher. What happens afterwards is that the Missile Launcher magnetizes onto the Venomizer, or vice versa, and in the process, everything that gets damaged counts for a poison proc. So it will kill everything it damages, not Divine Shields, but everything else it damages will die. So the Reaper will pull Skaterbot or Venomizer, which I guess does not really change our approach. If we get the Skaterbot, it will just die for free, which is annoying. Is there a different play? Let's first check that out. Probably not. Putting a kill everything every turn is probably pretty good. But is there anything else we could do? I guess we could keep we could keep magnetizing, right? Yeah.
Happy Midsummer Fire Festival.
Happy Midsummer.
I don't think it's better. We have this trade here. Oh, he thinks it's over.
Quickly.
It might be over. Who knows? And now we poison both the faces for a draw. It's better to magnetize the 6-mana card. Yes, but is it better to magnetize a 6-mana card and not get a hero power? Because everybody does saying the order doesn't know the effect of the Shredder, right? It's not even a Shredder, it's a Reaper.
It's not just the city of mages.
Everybody loves to jump on that, right? Like, order, 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 order. Other way around. Do it the other way around. I was just like, yeah. But then I don't hero power. So you heal him for 2, doing it the other way. Is that better? Maybe, maybe not. It's a very weird position when everything dies, right? Playing cards doesn't really make a difference. We could have Skater bought it for 1/1. That's probably worth it, yeah. Then again, we do have a lot of mechs. Having a ping is not bad.
Unity, precision,
Okay. Would not have mattered. I guess we put him back to 30. As long as he can burn us out, we could potentially still win this. So I got the 5 and the 1. That leaves for 3 mana. Could put the Amani out, or we could silence first. GG? GG? Guys. We have 5 and 1. It's not over. Train your mind a little bit to have some more resilience here. I guess because we have the rapid fires, it's better to have the Amani down? I think so. I think it's probably better to have the Amani down. Oh, and we could silence the Ray of Frost too, right? Squelch? I actually don't mind. I really don't mind. If it really starts affecting me, I'll squelch it. Alright. We can kill it again. Boom Reaver once again has low odds here. We'd essentially have to hit Scribe, or it's over. Kraken doesn't get us there. It's okay. Some peace and quiet. We're obviously not favored to win, right? It's 30-7. Cards are about equal. We have to kill the board every time or we're screwed, so... How many Unleash the Beasts do you think he's gonna get before he gets tired of this shit? So Boom Reaver is an option, but we could just lose, right? What would we have to roll with Boom Reaver? We would have to roll at least 5 damage. We can very easily miss that, right? We can very easily miss that. So just another Unleash. That means we get an extra turn, because he's not pinging face. That's a Kraken. Cyber Tech for more value, although I don't think that's the problem here. He's gone a little quiet, hasn't he, chat? A little bit quiet now. It's not as chatty as he was just now. We're still dead to a Portal top deck. He's 9 wins. It's pretty likely he's got that in his deck. Kraken's not enough. If I Boom Reaver here, I probably develop lethal, right? Boom Reaver should be better. I think on average this gets me like 10 power on the board. Not quite what was planned, eh? It's fine. These two together are still 16. 16 and 2 is 18. So even if he was setting up for Kraken, we're good. He could still not be dead here, but we do have Unleash the Beast for a taunt potentially. Let's see.
What to do? What to do?
Did not quite hit the mark, no. Alright, it summons a copy. It does not thin the deck. That is correct.
I wonder. Time runs out on me.
I have this feeling that he's got us, but obviously I hope that we win this. That'd be very satisfying. He could have kept it stealth for lethal. That is true. It is really, really dangerous though.
Well played. Happy Midsummer.
It's not just the city of safety.
Commence annihilation.
None can escape my fury.
Let the hunt begin.
Yeah, Hunter is on average not very good, Akira. But we have a couple of good cards and we have a game plan that's more important than anything. We're not just drafting random cards. We drafted towards a very specific game plan. And it's coming together. Actually, you'll find that the average win rate on EU is a bit higher Carnage time. And I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think that indicates that you're more likely to do a little bit better on Europe. Well, not average win rate, the average leaderboard win rate. Sorry. The average win rate everywhere is the same, of course. So yeah, I wouldn't be too fast to say that. So obviously Glaive and Trade is fine. Scarlet and Face will sort of force you into the Glaive next turn, which is not so great. So we'll just take the Glaive now.
Who you want me kill?
What is the plan I just got here? Draft enough stuff so that you don't run out of cards while you're trying to kill them in the end. That sounds pretty logical. But as a hunter, it's always a bit of a balancing act as to how much sort of value in late game can you pick without, you know, not becoming irrelevant on the board. You'll see that this deck has quite some late game in Kraken, Double Unleash, High Main, 2 launchers, and a Scribe. And then it has 2 Cybertech chips on top for card generation. So my current plan is to accept the loss if I get rushed down. But if I don't get rushed down, I'll be able to outvalue my opponent. Cybertech chip at the moment provides 3 mechs because of the death rattle. But HenchClan Hack Cybertech is guaranteed 3 mechs. My main problem here is that the Dalaran will turn off the effect of the 3/6, seeing as I would rather silence the 3/6 than I would silence the Crusader. So it's all round a bit of an awkward situation, unfortunately. I think the right play is to play Dalaran and then Scarlet and go face for 3, but I do not like it. Do not like it at all. You could also play Hag, but I feel like having Hag Cybertech in the hand, Cybertech chip in the hand, is just guaranteed to give you lots of value. I don't like it one bit this turn. I don't like killing this either, because the Divine Shields and the 2/3 both do a better job at trading into the 5/4, I think. Because next turn it's still pretty likely that you can Cybertech for, say, 5 or so. Alright. If he would have killed the 3/5 regardless, I'm okay with it. Looks like we can still Cybertech for 4, which is still above average. We could also Launcher. But Launcher isn't really necessary. It's probably better to Cybertech for 4 and get that value rolling. And give us more mechs for next turn. We picked this pretty highly because we saw the potential with the Cybertech on 6, right?
You can be whatever you want.
Alright. No wonder. Killing it would have been really, 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 really bad earlier. I guess because of those, the launcher is better. Is it not? I completely forgot that it would spawn 3 extra 1/1s. 100% slipped my mind. So I guess Launcher is better, but with all the scribes in the current landscape, it's not a bad card to still have in your hand. So would have been better to play it, but you know, there's worse things. Scribe is somewhat likely, and then we have it, right? So no real damage done. We still get a very good missile launcher. There we go. You wouldn't have killed the 5-1 this turn. Well, I forgot about the 1-1s, Stein. I wouldn't have killed it either. I wouldn't have killed it either had I remembered the 1-1s. That's the problem, yeah. It's okay. Guess we'll get there.
I wonder. I hunt alone.
Lazy Alistor, thank you so much for the 5 months. Welcome back. Much appreciated. Such low roll mix. Yeah, I mean, we could do better, but some cheap cards aren't terrible for us.
A clever concoction.
Yay, now we can't trade our minion. Wait, he's hitting us in the face. What's happening? Technically lethal.
Worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
That's an oil or cold blood.
Well played. Fox. I can see.
If I don't make that mistake, we probably win this game. So that's unfortunate, but...
Rexa versus Jaina.
Are you going to play with Collins later today? Collins is currently quite absorbed in teamfight tactics, so I doubt it. I wonder if you keep Hag in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 drops. I don't think so. She's not bad. Oh, okay. I do think you keep Hag. Absolutely think you keep Hag. Okay, so on my mouse, by the way, I got a refund from Razer, so it didn't get here apparently. So I need to order it again. And now I'm like, ugh. What the fuck? Yeah, it's the double click, right? So I click it, and then my mouse instantly clicks it again, and it's like it never got X'd out. It's not bad, honestly. With the 2-drop draw, it's good to have the Hag. It's just funny that my mouse decided for me here. The reason you wouldn't keep the Hag is that you want to find something for turn 2 or turn 3. Finding a turn 2 or turn 3 play makes you want to keep the Hag. Oof! Who is this hunter guy and why does he curve out? Huh, that's great. Yeah, this deck is not really supposed to curve out very nicely. You have a lot of late game and you have some more value-oriented card with Cybertech. That would have been slightly better, but still, we're very happy with that. Hagen Face is okay. Rapid Fire Scarlet trade is okay. If we play Hag, he will trade to Hag, leaving us with 2 1-1s and a 3-2. If we Scarlet, Rapid Fire trade. Next turn we could go Hag, Ping, and then we have the mechs out for the launcher. That's actually not better. Not better? That's actually not bad. Words are hard today. Words are quite hard today. We could have also pinged it and gone face, but then we do open ourselves up to him playing a the healer or whatnot. All right, this definitely feels like a launcher next turn. Could just go Crusader and face here. Leopold, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. Appreciate that. I don't think we go Hag now because we give him a good trade, and I don't think we kill it because it makes the Scarlet really awkward and we want to ping next turn. So good old Dalaran on curve, hit him in the face, pass the turn, see what he does. That's going to be quite the missile launcher. Very, very nice card right now. Can absolutely recommend drafting it. Lots of scribe, lots of 1/1s in general, so very, very nice to play.
Or die.
Kaboom! Bit unfortunate that we lose our shields. He can coin portal. If he does coin portal, he's not pinging, so that's okay. Ooh, this feels like a flame cannon. Ugh. Nope, not a flame cannon. Alrighty. So, what are our options right now? The mage is starting to get pretty low on health, and we do have 3 extra burst in hand with a weapon that's still there, so it could be go time. If it is go time, how much do we push? With the hero power, we'd push 9. If we push 9, our opponent's at 11. Next turn, having 3 out of hand plus 2, that's 5 plus 2, that's 7. That is 2 turns afterwards. The other one would be to kill his Shredder now, investing 2 of our face damage into the Shredder, losing out on damage. I don't think we want to play Unleash the Beast. The hero power does sound good. The Hag is a little awkward because you're shooting your own 1/1s. So I think what we can say... I think we can say that we play this. We do this. We do this. That's sort of all given. I guess I kill the Shredder. It's a bit awkward. Aren't they mechs? That's not how it works. It's like a Dread Infernal. Dread Infernal doesn't care if you're a demon either. They just shoot stuff. Alright, he has some healing, so it's good we didn't go all in, right? We could have gone all in for the face, and we would have gotten punished. So did not go all in for the face. We fought for the board, excuse me, a little while longer, and it's paying off. If we jam 8 face here, let's talk 6 face first, right? He goes to 10, the ping puts him to 9. 9 with another 3 out of hand is 6, plus another 2, that's 4. So we could get there once again. It could involve just using Unleash the Beast here, and hero power. Hag is still not great. These guys are pretty questionable. Yeah, I honestly think like a 5/5 and just push face is fine. I think we even use the face to play around taunt. Because this will put our opponent to 7. 7 with 3 out of hand. That's 2 turns worth of hero powering. And he still needs to taunt or clear the board and do other stuff. Use the rat and decide. Well, the rat is a wasted body because it got pinged off, and hero powering is quite important, so you can't use the rat and then decide to play Unleash the Beast hero power, so that doesn't work. This feels like Dig Day or Kraken. Looks like a Diggy. So he did successfully clear out our board, so we can't kill him yet. But if we use the 5/5 into his 9/5 hero power, we essentially make him have healing or he just dies. So I think we're happy with this. I think I'm even fine just throwing it in there. In case that's... I don't know what he would do here. Like counter spell, and then I need to Unleash the Beast or something. Rats for potential lethal? Well, once again, you can't rat, Unleash the Beast, and hero power. So you guys want to keep, you know, playing the rats, but there is quite an opportunity cost. And I feel if you execute it like this, the chance that we win is really high. Because I think he would have healed more if he had it, so without any healing in hand, this seems like a very safe approach. You comment your game like it is pre-recorded. It's just experience. There's a lot of patterns that recur. It's a warlock, so the chance for an aggressive zoo is fairly high. Power Shot could be good, but finding a glaive and a 2-drop would just set us up so well, so I'll take a bit more of a risk. Okay, we got a Shredder, a Rat, and a 3-drop. That is not as bad as our deck could do, not at all, so we'll take it. Oh, tap on 2 is great. Shredder in the hand for us is great.
This only works.
Not my favorite line. But I like having Rat plus Lackey next turn without the 1/3 free killing them. It's not a Demon Fire. He would have done that last round. Excellent. I'd say this worked out very nicely for us. Now let's just hope we get the 2 damage Lackey here, get out the game. And that's how a professional does it, guys. Whew. Okay, coin to 4/3 really, really, really worked out. Like, phenomenal. Alright, it's got the coil, but this deck has so much stuff that your first concern is, let's just not be under pressure. That's the first idea. Then you start figuring out how to kill him. But the first idea is, let's not be pressured, let's stabilize the board, and then you can start worrying about killing him. That's usually the rhythm of this deck. Fall behind a little bit because your early game's not that good. Try to stabilize and then push forward. Shredder is solid, but he does have a 3/2 on board, so it's nice to hold this for its text, but I think I will just play for tempo, play the body. She will probably die before the effect becomes relevant, but I should worry about the board state, and a 4-mana 3/6 is currently better for the board than a Shredder.
Not just the city of nations.
This just feels like a Shredder kill the 3/2. He will then kill the 3/3. If he doesn't taunt, Shredder can go back in. If he plays a safe, we can use Unleash the Beast on the 4/5. It's probably not too bad. More parts. Killing the Shredder here first seems really weird. I'm assuming he has a Hellfire. Oh, that is really good for us, because now we will have 1 power to kill the Hellfire thing. The 1/2 is so good for the Hellfire here. He's decided against it now, that's great. You could really... Okay, so we have information about his hand, right? He has Hellfire in the hand, in which case his play made total sense. I'm not going to assume that our opponent is just so dumb. I think it's the 1/2 that made him not Hellfire here. I have faith in humanity. Anyways, moving on. We could Scribe. Scribe is okay. We could High Main. High Main might be more than okay. It's funny, right? You have Scribe and you're so used to scribing, and I was like, I do have a High Main. That's right, I do have a High Main. He forgot the text. Alright. So these cards, right? Let's keep track of them if one of them is Hellfire. We do know one of them is Broodmother. This one, no, he tapped, right? I don't know actually which one's Broodmother. I guess this one. Anyways, moving on with the turn. More parts. The turn 3 is Broodmother. Okay, right, that makes sense because he did tap on 2. This is his card from 2, this is the tap for 2, and this is the Broodmother. So Broodmother, and then one of these 4 cards could be Hellfire. If it's not Hellfire, then I will just facepalm, I guess.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
How does this work? We currently don't win the race. So you could race him with Unleash and trade the Ogre, push 7. That would be an acceptable way to race. You want to set up Missile Launcher next turn to kill the 1/1s. If you want to set up a Missile Launcher to kill the 1/1s, you might want to trade the Highmane into the Ogre.
Quickly.
That's acceptable, I think.
What a tragedy!
I have to be honest. I'm making this play more to bait his Hellfire to see if I was right or not. If I was really certain he had Hellfire, we can't really make this turn. Because it's actually a good Hellfire. Starting to think he doesn't have it yet. But it is still worse to kill the Shredder even if you forget about the text. It's so incredibly Pepega. That Murloc was really good for him. That's actually really bad news for us. That's so unlucky for us that he got the Murloc. You can full clear his board with the trap. If he's smart, you lose on the spot with the trap play. Because he will not attack, he will play a big minion and then you lose. It's a terrible timing to trap. You trap when they're lower on health. I traded the 1/1 instead of the 2/2 mainly for Dread Inferno. Seeing as the 5/1 currently needs to be traded by the 2/2 either way. Why not trade though? Which trade? Looks like we might get our Missile Launcher time. I think he has the Rush Lackey. Yeah. I guess 4 1/1s into the Scribe. Ursatron Missile Launcher push 2. We go to 8. Kraken isn't lethal. Soulfire's 1 off.
I wonder.
6/4 into the 2/2 to protect the 5/1. No, that's not good enough. You heal him for 6. That's 3 turns in the end. You need to have a good compromise. Trading a 6 damage minion into technically a 1 damage minion is ridiculous. Soulfire's 1 off while you have Missile Launcher? Yeah, but I can kill him and then, right? I just magnetic another one and I hero power. That's actually a tie. No, because he won't trade then, right? If he wants to put me 1 off.
My brood will survive.
Okay. He would have compensated. Yeah, but okay, we can't talk about this right now. I'll talk about it in a bit. As long as we ping twice first, because the mana wraith doesn't affect the 6 mana spell. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. Okay. Okay. So we can't do this if we jam 6 damage onto a 1 power minion, right? Especially at higher win rates, assuming that your opponent has absolutely nothing to deal 1 damage. It's too... Like, the word is gullible that comes to mind, but I don't think it's correct. It's not the correct use of the words, but you know what you know what I mean by it, right? I don't mean anything bad by it, but you're just saying, oh, everything is going to just run perfectly. This 5-1 is always going to survive, and I will recover the phase damage next turn. Whereas we have a sure deal 6 damage in his face this turn. So, still don't know if he had Hellfire. Well, he had a really good Hellfire, so our opponent just went full potato.